Geico's summer swing rolls on for Milwaukee. Chris Barnes on late charge and a great finish to win 214-187 over Dan McClellan from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. So Chris Barnes will take on Jason Belmonte from Australia. Finished second last season to Sean Rash in PBA Player of the Year voting.
All right, we're going to need every little last bit of energy. This is a huge.
A PBA Tour high 6 TV Finals appearance of the year. One title, his first major victory at the 2013 USBC Masters. Let's learn more about Jason Belmonte.
I've grown up in bowling ever since I could walk. My parents built a bowling centre in the small town when I was born, actually. So it's kind of ingrained into me. It runs through my blood, and you know, the days that I don't bowl, I get that itchy feeling that I need to do it. It has become so much a part of my life. It's the way I make my living. I've got to travel the entire world doing what I love, and I'm very grateful and blessed to be able to say that, you know, I was able to do what I love to do for a living.
Truly an international superstar. He's won in 15 different countries, 5 continents, and he wants to win in Milwaukee today. Head-to-head with Chris Barnes from the Dallas Metroplex. Belmonte, Barnes, Battle of the Bees coming up. Championship match, Chris Barnes, Jason Belmonte, 2 superstars on the PBA Tour. Time now first, ready for the Geico Championship recap. Take it away, sir.
Well, here's Tom Hess. He goes through the nose and leaves a big ugly split, but the big fella comes back and actually converted that. Danning Mac, too much of him, though. He stayed clean through the entire match. He takes down Tom Hess 197-169. And in match number 2, Dan McClellan takes on the winner of the Wolf Open, Chris Loschetter. Too much Danny Mac in this one. He catches a 4-bagger in the middle of the game and takes down Loschetter 223-200. The stage was set. McClellan needed one more win to make it to the title match. Instead, he ran into Chris Barnes, who threw the last 3, 9th, 10th, and 11th, to shut out Dan Mac, setting up an exciting title match between Chris Barnes and Jason Belmonte.
So the top 2 seeds will go head-to-head for the championship. Jason Belmonte has been waiting, and now he's ready.
The tournament leader owns 6 PBA Tour titles and is the reigning USBC Masters champion from Orange, New South Wales, Australia, Belmo, Jason Belmonte.
And yes, that is Terrell Owens behind Jason Belmonte. NFL superstar, big bowling fan, Dallas Strikers team owner is here watching today. Belmonte gets started in style.
And check out the strategy. Jason Belmonte, the higher seed, gets choice of starting lane, which determines what lane he finishes on. He chooses to start on the left lane, which makes Chris Barnes finish the game on the left lane.
And the left throughout this show has been problematic. So the higher seed has the advantage, at least on paper. Whoa, through the nose. 3-6-10 standing for Chris. Not the start he wanted, missing the pocket again.
All the way against the bar return on the left lane. He's going to try to walk around that bar return. You can see they actually have the return cover twisted to the left just to give himself some more clearance to get by it.
Whiff. 3 stands open early in the championship match, and Jason Belmonte has got to love to see that on the bench. Well documented, a lot of great events throughout Chris Barnes' amazing career, but he's had some problems on TV, especially in title matches. He's still going to the Hall of Fame.
Well, you just get back to bowling and already you're on Chris Barnes like that, huh? And I agree with you, David. It hasn't been pretty. He's had some ups and downs on television in title matches. But I got to tell you, on watching one shot from Belmonte, and watching the ball reaction of Chris Barnes, not only the beginning of this game, but last game, I don't know if Chris Barnes has a chance. You want to know why I say that?
Yeah, it's early in the match.
Okay,
Why do you say that?
Okay, I'll tell you. That deep on the lane with Jason Belmonte's ball speed and rev rate, Chris has no answer and no match for that power. And neither does anybody else on this tour except for one other guy, and that's Osku Palermo.
Two-hander. Jason has 6 official PBA titles.
Okay.
2-4.
I mean,
2-4.
the only way I see this plays out in Barnes' favor is if Belmonte 2-8-10s 3 times this game on one of the lanes. Not sure that's going to happen. See that shot there? Didn't get all the way back, leaving the 2 and the 8.
Uh-oh.
Watch it. Whiff.
Excuse me, he left the 2-4 and he whiffed it.
Okay. Let's
2
start that
is
again.
up, an open frame. Things change.
That's a pretty easy spare, too. Throwing a plastic ball at the 2-4 is just a straight line, and pretty unexpected that he would get up and whiff. Maybe I spoke too soon.
That's why I wanted to clarify that. Murray's almost had a split. 2 up again. He's really off now after that opening strike.
Couple of shots to the right, leaves the 2-4, misses it. This time it's only the 2-pin.
Want to make sure that time. Watch that.
Slow down.
Spare all the way down lane.
Slow down.
Watch Chris sidestep this ball return on the right lane.
Boy, he's all the way over, isn't he?
Yep.
Lane level look.
2-5-7 split.
All the way against that bar return, walking a little bit to the left, and this ball just inside 5th arrow, and it rolls out, leaving the 2-5-7.
Only an 8-pin
Spare, would you? Come on.
Well, it was a bad attempt at the 3-6-7 and not a very good attempt at that split there. And Chris Barnes now has 2 out of 3 opens to start this match. The Bear he's got his mouth open. He's gnarling his teeth.
Did you say gnarling?
He's fully awake, gnashing, gnarling, and the players are suffering because of it.
Tough oil pattern. That's a lot better. Late help on number 7. But Chris is furious with himself for the 2 opens early in this championship match.
I think he had to change balls on that left lane because that left lane's on fire now, and Belmonte was in there in practice beating it up from the inside part of the lane. And with the rev rate of Jason Belmonte, he can absolutely destroy an oil pattern in a matter of 8 or 10 shots.
Double wood. 2-8.
All right, that was close.
Likes this shot, but can't get it to peel back off of the spot. Look how deep, and look at the angle that he creates. The only chance is with a rev rate approaching the mid 600s, and even that shot didn't get all the way back to the pocket.
Picks up the spare there. Jason Belmonte, one of the few players in the world to throw with two hands. So how did that get started in his native Australia?
Yeah, the way I bowl is because I was much too little when I was 18 months old when I first started bowling to use one hand. And the bowling balls were way too heavy for me, so I kind of developed like a little baby push. And then as I was getting a little bit older, I realized that I could pick the ball up with two hands, but still not strong enough with one. I continued to do that because I saw the ball curve so much down the lane, more than anyone else in the little town where I grew up in. So it was really cool to me, and I never really looked back.
And why should he? What an incredible career already for Jason Belmonte. 2009 PBA Rookie of the Year. There's a four.
Well, it's a fascinating technique.
Ever try it?
I have. The issue that I have with it is trying to create enough ball speed. I just can't throw it fast enough. And Jason, when I asked him, how do you create so much speed? He says, well, it's kind of a combination of my foot speed and what my hips and legs do in relation to where the bowling ball is. And then the bowling ball kind of slingshots forward from that. So mostly leg drive and then a little slingshot action will get that ball speed up, but I still haven't figured out how to do it.
Points earnings average. Top three again this year as Chris adjusts that ball return. He's going to keep shoving it over.
Belmonte's taking a sidestep around it. Now Chris Barnes standing in front of that ball return.
Wow. Shortens the approach here.
And going to the same ball that he's using on the left lane.
Look at that. Shuffle step. Not easy. All 10 down though, so it worked.
We got within one now. We got to take a look at the adjustment that's made when a player stands in front of the ball return. This is classic stuff. But these players at this level do it all the time. Start shuffling your feet, act like you're taking the 5-step approach. It turns into a modified 3-step approach, getting the ball in the swing at basically the same time that you would if you had 2 more steps. Players like Chris Barnes and players that have to walk in or get in front of that ball return, you'll see Tom Doherty do it. These players practice that type of shot all the time.
Without the ball return to contend with, Chris getting pumped up. Perfect shot, crunching the pocket.
Well, the technician now has a 1-pin lead. He's found a way to get his ball to the pocket. Excuse me, Barnes got a 9-pin lead. Jason Belmonte answers right behind it.
Jason making that long trip as we see his arsenal from New South Wales, Australia. It's a 4-hour drive to Sydney from his hometown of Orange, New South Wales. And then he flies on Qantas to California and then the connection. It's about a 22-hour trip to Milwaukee.
You know what ball he's using in his arsenal? Well, in his native tongue, it's a reka.
Close. It's close. Yes.
It's more than close, Jason.
Well, we got a ball game, folks. However you want to say it.
What's really interesting about Jason's travels, wherever he lands, wherever he's going, all over the world, if it's 2 o'clock when he lands, regardless of his body clock in Australia, he adjusts immediately. So he'll try to eat, go to sleep at his local time zone, which has got to be really tough on his body. Does that immediately, as soon as his plane lands. I'm not sure how he pulls that off.
Yeah, I'm not either. That's pretty tough for me.
Back to Barnes.
Amazing. It's just a tribute. It's just a tribute to how talented this man is. It's where he started. See about the 23rd board, and there's the split that he left in the 3rd frame. Now he changes balls, stands in front of the ball return, carries the light mixer, makes a small adjustment off of that, and next thing you know, Chris Barnes is 4 in a row after opening the first 2 out of 3 frames. Just a lot of fight and just a lot of greatness wrapped up in that 6'2" frame.
That's what makes this game so fun to watch. After that disastrous start, 2 out of 3 opens. Now looks for a 5-bagger to the 8th. To go up 19. 4-7.
Out of trouble, no split. A spare, the lead is 7. Belmonte, however, working on a double. Wasn't that bad of a shot. Needs to make a better spare attempt, though.
To Belmo's 8th. Looks for a turkey. Has it. Big strike. And a lead by 3.
You know, if the pins could talk while his bowling ball is coming at him, they would be like screaming. I mean, like literally screaming. No. Oh my God! Watch this tank coming at you. Oh my. The 10-pin, I think, got sucked off the back of the deck by the vortex the bowling ball created as it went through the pins.
Foundation frame, chance for a 4-bagger and a 13-pin lead. Looking to close in on a title.
Close again.
What a great shot. He got it to stop right in front of the pocket. Unbelievable. It started to go left and then all of a sudden just set up perfectly right in front of the 1-3. Watch this ball just kind of stop. Boom, right there. Driver's seat for Jason Belmonte. Barnes has to muster up 4 of the best shots he's ever thrown in his life. Try to steal this away from Jason.
Chris's last win. Vienna Open in Austria. Wants to win stateside.
Hang on.
It's just a little late on the scallop.
Quick machine there.
10-pin stands.
This is a really good shot, but the soft 10 is going to be standing, and the messenger doesn't get over in time. Chris Barnes knows that it's still anybody's match if he can strike out in the 10th frame. He still has a chance to win this. It's so easy to pinch one at the bottom of the swing and open. He strikes out here, he gives himself a chance. Belmonte's in the 2 teens right now. Barnes can strike out for 211. That's a great shot. Barnes knows exactly what he needs to do. He knows what the score is, and he knows, hey, let me put a little pressure on and make him think about it. Remember that hit right there. Never know. You heard him say it.
Barnes, you never know.
He willed that one into the pocket only to cave the bucket late for that crucial double to give him a glimmer of hope. He's taking a re-rack. He's going to let Jason Belmonte think about this first shot he's going to throw as you take a look one more time at Chris Barnes caving the bucket in for that double in the 10th frame to give himself one last chance to possibly steal this away from Jason Belmonte.
did go. 60 feet to success there for Barnes to wrap it up. To 11 for Chris.
It was a great 9th and 10th frame. Barnes did leave the soft 10 in the 9th, but he came through in the clutch in the 10th frame to give himself a chance. Jason Belmonte, 8 spare 9, 9 spare 8. Any one of those two combinations, and he will win.
Down they go.
Phenomenal shot.
It's a win for Jason Belmonte.
Just got to keep it on the lane, stay behind the foul line.
Just got to get it down the lane here. Which he does.
That's how you do it from Australia, mate. Way to do it for your family. Way to do it for you.
Seventh heaven for Jason Belmonte. And he's a PBA Tour champion again.
Thanks, mate.
The long trip from down under, well worth it for Jason Belmonte.
Right there. For everyone back home in Australia, Kimberly, Aria, Hugo, I love you so much. I made it worth it.
Ari only 3.5. Young Hugo, 18 months. Gotta be happy for Dad. Across the world, a PBA tournament champion once again. PBA Tour event, one stretch at time, 25 straight years as Great Bowling City has seen some of the all-time greats of the game, like Jason Belmonte, who wins today over Chris Barnes. Let's go to Randy with a winner.
Thanks, Dave. Jason, congratulations on another great win. What a great battle it was with Chris Barnes. That match started out real shaky. It looked like you weren't able to consistently get your ball to the pocket, and then all of a sudden somebody hit the light switch and it looked like you couldn't miss the pocket. What changed?
I changed. I came out here and the adrenaline was really pumping. I was bowling against, in my opinion, the best bowler in the last 5 years. I really wanted to beat this guy. So the heart was racing. After I just settled down a little bit and just kind of enjoyed the moment, I slowed the ball speed down. Storm and Roto Grip make the best bowling balls in the world. All I had to do was throw the ball and it did the rest.
So it was just a ball speed change.
Yeah, that's all it was. It was just to let my heart slow down a little bit and kind of just sink into the shot a little more, and it gave the ball that fraction more time down the lane to just pick up, and it carried unbelievably.
Now you got to put your name at the top of the list for the Player of the Year race. I know there's a lot of tournaments left, but how do you feel going into, say, the last half of this season, knowing that so much is at stake and knowing that your name is at the top of the Player of the Year race?
Yeah, look, after last year, anything is possible. It was really close last year, so I'm certainly not counting my chickens before they hatch. I'm going to try and win the US Open. I'm going to try and win a couple more at the World Series and put it beyond a doubt. So this is certainly going to help, and hopefully the run continues, and I will win that Player of the Year. That'll be fantastic.
Jason, thank you very much. Congrats.
Cheers, Randy.
Title number...
Jason Belmonte knocks off Chris Barnes 235-211 to win the PBA Bear Open. Congrats to Belmo. Be sure to join us Tuesday, July 2nd, 7 Eastern for the championship round finals of the PBA Milwaukee Open. For Randy Peterson, the entire crew, it's Dave Ryan saying so long from Milwaukee. For scores, highlights, features, and more, go to CBSSports.com. It's been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.